Hey everybody, welcome to Vocabulary. These words all have to do with our story this week about animals building homes. Our first word is shape, and that is our base word, nothing added to it. Because it's a verb, we can have shaping or shaped. Remember that when you add the ing to a word that ends with E, you drop the E and add the ing. And what a shape is a form or how something is made. So in both of these pictures, you see somebody shaping clay, forming it, making it into a different shape maybe than what it originally was. All right. Our next one is branch or branches. And I wanted to show you this spelling rule right here because when a word ends in CH, you add the ES to it. This is a noun. And what it is something that is coming off of a main, bigger object. Usually it's a branch on a tree, like right here, or it could be a branch of a river where the river is actually way over here and then these little arms are coming off that are thinner and longer and curvier, and that is a branch. If you notice that the little flowers are dancing around the trees and the trees have their leaves on their branches, and these branches look like hands. Okay, our next word is pond. It's a noun, and a pond is a body of water that is smaller than a lake, surrounded by land, usually on all sides. So if you notice, this lady in the boat is got her hand in a small body of water. You can't really see the edges of it, but it's a pond. She's just sitting in a pond. And this one's a really good picture of a pond. If you notice, it's not going to be anywhere as big as a lake, but it's going to have that land that comes around usually on all of its sides. Smaller than a lake. All right, our next word is an adjective, and it can be deep, deeper, deepest. When you add the ER to a word like this, what you're doing is you're comparing two things. That swimming pool was deeper than that swimming pool. When you add the EST to a word, you're doing more than three things. That was the deepest swimming pool in the whole town. And what that means is it means the farthest depth from the surface. So submarines go very deep. SpongeBob lives deep, deep, deep down in the ocean. And there's the store and stuff. So deep, deeper, deepest, and it means the furthest down from the surface of something. If you notice, the submarine is going deep. It went deep, deeper, and then deepest. Our next word is beak. It is a noun. We can add just the S to it because it ends in a K. And it's the bill of a bird, usually hard and pointed. So there's the beak of the bird going into the water. And here is the beak of the bird being smooshed down by the hand. Our next word, our base word, is break. It's a verb, and it's breaking, broke. It isn't break, breaking, breaked. It's break, breaking, broke. And they call those irregular verbs. And what to break means is to come apart into two or more pieces. And if you notice, the panda bear is breaking everything on that desk. And this boy has absolutely had it with his computer, and he is smashing it and breaking it into two or more pieces. Our next word, our base word, is hang. So we can have hanging. And our past tense is hung. All right. And it means to be attached without support from below. So if you notice, the little kitten is hanging off of the blanket and not touching the floor. And there's where the little kitten is attached. If you see the dog is holding on to this tightrope thing. And if you notice, moving its little feet back and forth because there's no support from below when you're hanging. Okay, everybody goes, oh, wind. This word is tricky because it can also be wind, winding, wound. And what that means is curved to move one way and another. So yes, this could be wind, but in this form and how we're learning it, the word is wind. It rhymes with kind. So it's wind, winding, wound. And there's that irregular past tense verb right there. Wound, ound. All right. And do you notice how it goes one direction, other direction, other direction, other direction? And then they wound the thread around their little finger. And if you notice, it's curved and it moves away from each other, around and around and around. All right. And that's it. So those are your vocabulary words this week, your 8 new words. And remember that on Spelling City that you can play vocabulary games so that you get really good. And I believe our story is animal homes. And that would be it today. Thanks for listening to me.